What's up, guys? Yo, John, I would sniff blow off a hooker's ass right now. Damn, dude. It really be like that, eh? Yeah, I've been obsessed with these hardest hits in the NFL videos. I can't, man. One, reminds me what a bitch I am. And two, it's like, they're insane. The rules are changed, so you can't hit people like this now. But man, back in the day, I missed the glory days, you know? I missed them, but I'm here now. Yeah, brother. Like I said, we're just chilling. I just woke up, actually. Alright. Let's see. I can't have sound on these. I don't know what to do. Maybe lightly.
Head contact.
No, I don't think I can do any content with sound.
Sunshine bright, feeling airy. Waves rolling in so naturally. Got my girl right here by my side. We just laughing, no need to hide. Feel the breeze, yeah, it's blowing strong. She's looking fine, yeah, we get along. Spark it up, let the good times flow. On this island, we take it slow. We're chilling by the sea, yeah, feeling free. Just a joint in you, that's all I need. With the ocean sound and the moon so high. Girl, you and me, we touch the sky. We're chilling by the sea, yeah, feeling right. With the stars above and a peaceful night.
Oh
A
shit.
split in my hand, you by my side. Everything we need in this island life. Her eyes shine bright like the ocean blue. Got me thinking there's no better view. In the sand we dance under the moon, feeling the rhythm, the waves in tune. No rush, no stress, we take it slow. Just living life in that island glow. One puff, one kiss, we let it be. A little paradise, just you and me. We're chilling by the sea, yeah, feeling free. Just a joint in you, that's all I need. With the ocean sound and the moon so high. Girl, you and me, we touch the sky. We're chilling by the sea, yeah, feeling
Caught the
right.
flag.
With the stars above and a
Fuck.
peaceful night. A spliff in my hand, you by my side. Everything we need in this island life.
Damn.
anywhere in sight. Island breeze and the moonlight bright. With you here, it all feels right. This is our moment, this is our night. Chilling by the sea, yeah, feeling free. Just a joint in you, that's all I need. With the ocean sound and the moon so high. Girl, you and me, we touch the sky. We're chilling by the sea, yeah, feeling right. With the stars above and a peaceful night. A spliff in my hand, you by my side. Everything we need in this island life.
Leave him alone. Yeah.
Heard about that DNA test, what a wild ride. Thought I'd dig up Brute, see what's inside. Ordered up that kit, just a little spit. Popped it in the mail, oh what a hit. Got back home, kicked off my boots. Ready for some answers, maybe wearing suits. But the results rolled in, and I just had to laugh. Thought I'd see some branches, but it's more like a photograph. Same last name on every line, now that's a twist. Makes sense of the family reunions I miss. But my sister's my wife, and my stepmom too. In this little town, it's a love that's true. Cause there ain't no branches on my family tree. We all look alike, got our quirks you see. Generation after generation, as pure as can be. Cause there ain't no branches on my family tree. Well, Granny always said I was the apple of her eye. Gave the best hugs and never asked why. Mama told me stories of love and cheer, but never mentioned how we kept it near. We learned the ways of life from a trusty old hound, running through the fields, never slowing down. Cause there ain't no branches on my family tree. That might explain why everyone's just like me. Generation after generation, as pure as can be. Cause there ain't no branches on my family tree. The gene pool's shallow, but we're tight-knit. Got a heart of gold, and that's where we fit. We brush our teeth once a week just to keep it neat. In this simple life, nothing's bittersweet. There ain't no branches on my family tree, you see. Just a hillbilly crew living wild and free. So here's to the love that keeps us so tight. With my sister and my wife, everything feels right. There ain't no branches on my family tree. Just a love so deep, that's all we need. Heard about that DNA test, what a wild ride. Thought I'd dig up Brute, see what's inside. Mama told me stories of love and cheer. It's curation after generation. It's pure, ain't no branches on my family tree. Just a love so deep, it's all we need.
Let's go.
It all started down at the old seaside bar. She was dancing along, looking like a star. I tipped my hat, gave a wink and a smile. Didn't know I'd be running for miles and miles. See, she had a man, a pirate so mean, with one wooden leg, looking like a machine. I didn't care, man, I just couldn't resist. So I grabbed the girl and stole his leg with a twist. I'm a three-legged man with a two-legged woman, being chased by a one-legged fool. We're running down the docks and he's hopping mad, but man, this peg leg sure feels cool. I'm a three-legged man with a two-legged woman, and we're laughing while he limps in pursuit. He's yelling, give me back my leg, you thief. But this peg leg's fit like a brand new boot. We're still away, thought I lost him at last. But that pirate's quick, even missing half his mast. He's hobbling hard, shouting, I'll get you yet. While I'm sipping rum, trying not to sweat. We're dancing on deck, just having fun. When I look back, he's still on the run. His face is red and his fist is hot, but with this extra leg, man, I can fly. I'm a three-legged man with a two-legged woman, being chased by a one-legged fool. We're running through the port, hearing his cries, but I got three legs and he's just got one shoe. I'm a three-legged man with a two-legged woman, and we're laughing while he limps behind. He's swearing, I'll take you down, you scallywag. But this peg leg's feeling mighty fine. us both. I thought I was done, about to take an oath, but he looked at me with a wicked grin, said, keep the girl, but let's talk about this again. You've taken my leg, but here's the thing, that's not the peg leg I used to swing. You stole the wrong one, made no doubt. Now hand it over before I throw you out. I'm a three-legged man with a two-legged woman, but I've been chased by a one-legged fool. He said, keep the girl, you got your fun, but give me back my leg, that's the wrong one you told. I'm a three-legged man with a two-legged woman, but now I'm back to two and he's grinning wide. He hobbled away with his real leg on, and I sailed away with the girl by my side. So next time you steal from a pirate's chest, make sure you grab the right leg or it's quite the mess. But at least I've got the girl and he's got his peg, and I'll be thinking twice next time I pull a leg. Stand, the chosen one, or so you think. But to me, you're just a wannabe with a nose that blinks. You try to be so cool with your Hebrew flow, but your rhymes are weak and your faith is a no-go. Your people wore the stars of David with pride, but you wear a star of insecurity deep inside. You're always whining about your life so uncool. A Jewish stereotype, that's the only rule. You can't diss me, Stan, I'm the king of this town. In the garden of life, where the sun shines bright, weed is our blessing, lifting hearts in flight, with the breeze so sweet, and the vibe so real. We come together, that's the joy we feel. Weed and hoes, we're dancing in the glow, living for the moment, let our good vibes flow. Unity and laughter, love in every seed. Together we rise, fulfilling every need. Through the fields we wander, hand in hand we stand. With each puff we gather, a brighter, better land. The spirit of the earth, it connects us all. In this reggae rhythm, we'll never fall. Weed and hoes, we're dancing in the glow, living for the moment, let our good vibes flow. Unity and laughter, love in every seed. Together we rise, fulfilling every need. From the roots to the crown, we celebrate the day. With every strand of greenery, we chase our cares away. In the warmth of the night, with the stars above.
What's up? Hello.
We stand as one, wrapped in this love. Weed and hoes, we're dancing in the glow, living for the moment, let our good vibes flow. Unity and laughter, love in every seed. Together we rise, fulfilling every need. From the roots to the crown, we celebrate the day. With every strand of greenery, we chase our cares away. In the warmth of the night, with the stars above, we stand as one, wrapped in this love. Weed and hoes, we're dancing in the glow, living for the moment, let our good vibes flow. Unity and laughter, love in every seed. Together we rise, fulfilling every need. So come on my brothers, come on my sisters too. In this life we're living, there's enough for me and you.
So this fight was 13 seconds, guys. Connor and Jose. Connor got him so mad that Jose wanted to just come in and get him, and he hit him with a left hand. 13 seconds that fight was. Jose Aldo, if you guys know anything, he's a monster. And this was really what sent his career down.
So come on my brothers, come on my sisters too. In this life we're living, there's enough for me and you.
Oof.
Let's spread the joy of love, let's sow it far and wide. with weed and hoes beside us. We'll take this joyful ride.
Brutal, brutal, brutal.
Woke up this morning, feeling kinda weird. Got a family reunion, and I'm a little scared cause heard about that DNA test, what a wild ride. Thought I'd dig up Bruce, see what's inside. Ordered up that kit, just a little spit. Popped it in the mail, oh what a hit.
This is another
Got back home, kicked off my boots, ready for some answers, maybe wearing suits. But the results rolled in, and I just had to laugh.
So
Thought I'd see some branches, but it's more like a photograph. Same last name on every line. Now that's a twist,
song.
makes sense of the family reunions I miss. But my sister's my wife, and my stepmom too. In this little town, it's a love is true. Cause there ain't no branches on my family tree. We all look alike, got our quirks you see. Generation after generation, as pure as can be. Cause there ain't no branches on the family tree. Well, Granny always said I was the apple of her eye. Gave the best hugs and never asked why. Mama told me stories of love and cheer, but never mentioned how we kept it near. We learned the ways of life from a trusty old hound, running through the fields, never slowing down. Cause there ain't no branches on my family tree. That might explain why everyone's just like me. Generation after generation, as pure as can be. But she done shoving me, oh what a fright. Caught in the blankets, I tried to escape. With the smelliest fart, oh what a shake. Now
One second, I don't know why this stopped. I'll restart it. I'll find it. I'll do it after this song. No.
it's intensified, high as a kite. Trucker John rolling deep, we cruising through the night. Walmart on the radar, snacks looking right. Carts going wild, I just hit some dude named Lyle. Turns out he's got a goofy face and a fucking smile. Grabbing chips shaped like dinosaurs, we just shopped, don't want no more. Intensify said, wait, is that a Mexican? Munchie's hitting hard, man. Intensify says, yo bro, look at that girl, she's got a nice tan. Trucker John looks at me confused saying, bro you know that's a man. But I'm seeing colors in the aisle, I'm too stoned. Keeping to ourselves, don't want it to be known. We hide, we fly, in the grocery scene, laughing at the prices like they part of a dream. Trump gonna fix this, I wish we had a laser beam. Trucker John cracking jokes, can't grab a full cart. His Shrek looking ass just let out a fart. But we filling it with laughter, that's a work of art. Cruising around this place we like to call Walmart. Checking out the veggies like, bro what's this array? Carrots looking weird, like they trying to play. Somebody tell the broccoli to chill with the green. A dad is yelling at his kid, that's just a meme. I'm just trying to snack on my favorite thing. Trucker John too high, he started to sing. Trucker John's like, bro, you know we need that cake. Oh yo, I'll hand you the thing, but all I want's the ice cream, yo for motherfucking sake. Fucking up this store, storming down the aisle. It feels like we walked 600 miles, staring at the floor, counting all the tiles.
People said I was back normal. Dude, shut the fuck up, act normal.
We hide, we fly, in the grocery scene, laughing at the prices like they part of a dream. Trucker John cracking jokes, we don't give a fuck, let's hit the smoke. See a man starting to mope, bring him the vape so he can smoke. Looking at the checkout, I can't believe it. Intensifies, motherfucking pecker fell out. Too stoned, looking at the walls being to melt.
Almost Forza got the toilet paper, John left him behind. Got distracted on his way, feeling up a sign. Grandma yelled, hey, get away, that's mine. She hit John with a purse full of candy. John threw a right hook, hit her with his handsy. Granny fell down, oh no, she shit her panties. John kicked her purse that was holding all her candy. He was shocked that Grandma was carrying that plan B. John had to run, John had to go. He just assaulted a lady that was 82. Right before he left, kicked that bitch with his shoe. So we roll out the door, bags heavy as fuck. In a world of flavor, man, this life can't be beat. Trucker John laughing, we the kings of the sheet. Grocery shopping high, just two broke guys. There's a food stand, I'm getting fries. Just remember the name, Trucker John, and intensify living loud, living free.
This one's for you, Johnny boy.
Every night I bring a love, a warm embrace, a Dutch oven hug, we laugh and play. But one fateful evening, oh what a case. She turned the tables in a smelly way. I crept in quietly, ready to surprise. She pulled the covers tight, oh what a plight. With a grin she whispered, guess what my prize? I was trapped in the stench, oh what a night. Giving my wife a Dutch oven each night, but she Dutch ovened me, oh what a fright. Caught in the blankets I tried to escape, with the smelliest fart, oh what a shape. I tried to explain, honey it's just beans, but she laughed so hard, couldn't take it back. In this cozy bed, we shared our dreams. Now I'm stuck here in the smelly attack.
Crazy shit.
I promised her a roses, sweet love on the way, but now a prisoner can catch my breath. With every giggle, she's got her say. In this blanket fortress, I face my death. Giving my wife a Dutch oven each night, but she Dutch ovened me, oh what a fright. Caught in the blankets, I tried to escape, with the smelliest fart, oh what a shape. Now I'm the butt of this comical tale. My excuses fall flat like an old rusting nail. She says with a chuckle, you got this on. Next time, my dear, I'm gonna be gone. Giving my wife a Dutch oven each night, but she Dutch ovened me, oh what a fright. Caught in the blankets, I tried to escape, with the smelliest fart, oh what a shape.
Oh, this fight here, man, all the way engaged.
So here's to the moments that make us laugh. Ooh. In the chaos of love, we find our path. Next time I'll think twice, oh yes indeed, 'cause love's a wild ride with the stinky speed. Giving my wife a Dutch oven each night, but she Dutch ovened me, oh what a fright. Caught in the blankets, I tried to escape, with the smelliest fart, oh what a shape. Now I'm the butt of this comical tale. My excuses fall flat like an old rusty nail. She says with a chuckle, you got this on. Next time, my dear, I'm gonna be gone. Giving my wife a Dutch oven each night, but she Dutch ovened me, oh what a fright. Caught in the blankets, I tried to escape, with the smelliest fart, oh what a shape.
This song, you might hear your name in it if you play Friday the 13th with us.
Friday the 13th, the skies are about my dreams. Trucker John ain't on, man, you know what it seems. Jason creeping in the shadows, machete glistening. We're trapped in this nightmare, every person whispering. Intensify, we're balling, but the tension's thick as mud. Random in the crew, gotta fight, it's like a flood. What is final, we ready to flex on this fool. Tilted in this madness, man, he's breaking all the rules. Jason's curse, we try to break these chains. Anger in the game, but we're fighting through the pain. Take his mask off, Tommy's ready for the fight. Run for the calm, and let's escape this night. You're bad, we hustling, teamwork makes the dream work. In the map pack, we scheming, ready to jerk. Trying to bully this killer like we running the hood. He's a beast on the plow, he ain't misunderstood. We're screaming like demons when we hear that sound. Machete slice the air, feel the fear all around. Every step we take, man, the ground shakes. Pushing back the darkness, dodging all the heartbreaks. Jason's curse, we try to break these chains. Anger in the game, but we're fighting through the pain. Take his mask off, Tommy's ready for the fight. Run for the car and let's escape this night. Puppy up in the boat, it's a race against fate. Counting down the seconds, man, we can't hesitate. Flexing on this killer, we gotta outsmart him. But we end up like the others, man, it's dark and grim. Strategize and plot while he's swinging that blade. Best believe we won't rock. A crew of fighters, bitches, we ain't gonna break. Together we rise like a phoenix from the quake. Jason Voorhees, he thinks he got that clutch, but we're pushing through the fear, man, we're giving them a punch. So on Friday the 13th, we fight and we run. When the clock strikes midnight, we ain't done till we've won. Jason's curse, we try to break these chains. Anger in the game, but we're fighting through the pain. Take his mask off, Tommy's ready for the fight. Run for the car, man, let's escape this night. So remember this tale in the heart of LA. On Friday the 13th, we live to fight another day. Jason chasing, but we ain't gonna fold. This rap, this struggle, it's a fight to be bold. Flexing on the fear, we ain't ready to die. In the end, it's survival and together we fly.
This song sounds like shit, but I need the money. Baby mama took the kid, she need that alimony. My broke ass ain't made a hit since the Stone Age. I'm allergic to success past the flow nays. When I get that bread, the IRS take care of that shit. Put it all on red, triple that shit. Then I buy some head, swallow that shit. Now I got her in my head, now she fucked up all of my shit. Man, what you telling now that she tryna start all this drama? I said I got bigger knots than Michelle Obama. I don't know what it is with women, but I ain't good at this shit. These left-leaning bitches are way too sensitive. Let the beat drop. I ain't the type to sleep around. Wanna find me a good girl, a nice place to settle down. The same day she told me I was the only man was the same day I found out she had her OnlyFans. She was at my house, parked a Lexus on my grass. She said she got my kid, but I came in her ass. Would've never put it in if I knew that she would come for me. Heard she fucked a cousin, took her ass back to Montgomery. Let the beat drop. Let the beat drop. Let the beat drop. They're talking loud, but I ain't hearing them. Y'all think I'm soft? You must be delirious. 100 voices trying to drag me down, but I'm too high, it must be way up the ground. Must be way up the ground. I'm the outcast king, no throne, no love. Just a fist full of dreams and the grind in my blood. They be laughing, doubting, running that hate, but my hunger too savage, it can't deflate. Nah, you can't walk these roads in my shoes. Paid my dues, now I'm breaking all rules. They yell, your fault, but I'm taking a shot. Bet they didn't think I'd hit, now I'm burning up the spot. See, I'm the low wolf, heart of a lion, trying to cage my soul, but I ain't complying. I'm self-made, ain't nobody built like me. An unshakable force that you'll never unsay. Middle fingers up, tell the haters fall back. I'm my own soldier, yeah, I'm all that. You can never tear me down, I'm a beast unleashed. I believe in me while y'all preach defeat. They tried to box me in, but I broke that frame. Now they bitter cause they know I'm changing the game. I'm the misfit, the problem, yeah, I'm all that. You can never tear me down, I'm a beast unleashed. I believe in me while y'all preach defeat. They tried to run me, argue, they'll fight to the end. A survivor, no rivals, no need to pretend. They can talk all they want, but they'll never reach. I'm too far ahead, levels out of their reach. Middle fingers
years of being doubted turned me into a soldier. I'm unshaken, the hate don't faze me. Your words too weak to ever cage me. I'm a one-man army, I'll fight to the end. A survivor, no rivals, no need to pretend. They can talk all they want, but they'll never reach. I'm too far ahead, levels out of their reach. Middle fingers up, till the haters fall back. I'm my own soldier, yeah, I'm all that. You can never tear me down, I'm a beast unleashed. I believe in me while y'all preach defeat. Well, pain me down.
Damn. Yeah, that's a good one, yo. That one's called Built Like Me. It's that one's on my YouTube.
Bees are dying from the heat.
Is it the heat?
Yep, they're evaporating, they ejaculate, and their whole body blows up.
Is that real?
Bring it up, Jamie. I'm gonna fucking do something in here today.
Look at this. At temperatures over 107 degrees Fahrenheit, it is estimated that half of male honeybees will die in this manner within 6 hours. With more sensitive individuals dying after only 2 or 3 hours.
The headline is the manner there.
Oh, bees ejaculating themselves to death in heat waves.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Oh my God,
Spring
you're
break,
telling the
baby.
truth. I thought you were just
Spring
making
break.
shit
So
up.
did I.
Click on that.
Hell no, dude. This is in, I'm sure. This is in Panama City Beach, Florida.
Bees, click on that link. What happened?
This is Kid Rock's honey. That's who's making this shit. That is for sure if it's got semen in it.
Dude, we had this pedophile dude in our town, right? Big Richard.
You don't say.
He used to bait us all with autographed Shaquille O'Neal stuff to come and spend
How
time.
did he get that? How did he get that? Were they fake?
I don't know if they were fake. We were, we'd never seen anything signed by Shaq. We were so excited.
Obviously, they were fake.
Well, it could have been a conspiracy, like he was working directly with the Orlando Magic at the time.
Shut up.
I mean, you never know.
Big Richard dude, and I remember
You said he baited you. What did you do with this bait?
he would like show, we used to go by his house and get stoned. He was a substitute teacher, right? And he was also 78 years old.
Was there any real teachers?
Way too old.
Is there any real? Like, were they all just like part-time teachers? Part-time should be in jail. Like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I'm gonna do my Andrew Souls impersonation. No, man, I'll tell you, bro. There's had a lot of perv, dude. It's the bottom of where the Mississippi ends, man. It's where it's very silty alluvial soil down there, man. Teacher, so Big Richard, bro, he invited us over, right? So I go over there and smoke. He invited me and my girlfriend over. We met him at church, right? So I was like, oh, this is Big Richard, who teaches us science sometimes, right? And my girlfriend's like, what? And she couldn't turn her neck that good, actually, I remember. But she had, I think, early, what's it called when you get like stiffness in your back?
Like arthritis.
Yeah.
Early onset arthritis.
Childhood
EOA.
arthritis.
It comes up with the weirdest
She would always
shit.
be like that, you know?
My girlfriend.
Oh, you made it like Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So me and her though went over to Big Richard's, bro. So next time he said, well, why don't you just come next time and watch a football? I said, okay, Big Richard, I'll come over. So I go over there. He breaks out some weed, right? I'm like, I smoke weed. Sure. I'm a child. I smoke. So next thing you know, we're puffing out, getting gassed out with Big Richard, baby. And he told me, bring your buddies over. Bring your buddies. So now me and all my buddies are over there. And then he took us to a Marilyn Manson concert, bro. Like somehow he knew somebody or whatever. He gets us. We're 16 years old. We're at Marilyn Manson. Like we're fucking living our dreams. So one time we're over there eating steaks at his house, and my buddy Scotty is in the other room, and I went in the kitchen to get something, and Scotty yelled at me. He goes, "Hey man, can you get me some sour cream?" Because that a baked potato come with a side item. Sure. He goes, "Hey, can you get me some sour cream?" And I said, "No, but you can have some of this sweet cream." I was joking. Yeah. Semen.
Thanks for clarifying that, by the way.
Yeah. So Big Richard's in the other room, bro, and I hear him go, "Can I have some?" And that's when all of our brains were just like, "Whoa,
oh, no,
bro!"
No.
You could feel all fucking four of us that were
it all
over there.
started to connect. Oh my god!
And we're like, "What are we in?" We are high. So then it
you
became
were on a date, by the way. If you went to that and then afterwards had steak, you were on a date.
We didn't think of it, man. That's how pedophiles get you, man, because you don't think it's a thing. You don't think it's a date. You think it's just eating steak with a man.
When did he bring the Shaq cards out?
So then after that, it started getting like, I'll take one of y'all to Vegas if you want to go. Just big offers, And I mean, we're a small town, so it's like, dude, you want to go to Vegas? We'd never even heard, we'd seen maybe a drawing of Vegas or somebody scream it or somebody, yelling it while they're beating their wife or whatever, But we'd never been to Las Vegas. So everybody, buddy of mine took a trip with him out there.
Somebody told me Black Guys Come has music in it. Have you heard that?
Yeah, jazz.
Somebody
It's like jazz blues kind of a thing, yeah. It's like Thelonious Monk.
Yeah,
that's what
dude.
it is, yeah.
It's got a little Leon Bridges in the
and
back.
it's thicker, too, 'cause I've tasted it. It's thicker. But, yeah, it's a thick, good stuff.
Dude,
Well, it was a fat black guy, so maybe that's fat black guys have thicker cum.
Oh, I'm sure they do, dude.
Whoa.
Even just by looking at them, they're not.
Yeah. It's got diabetes in it for sure.
Well, they're not. They're definitely throwing a creme,
Yeah.
a creme brulee,
Yeah.
I got a good upper medium dick, man.
Yeah.
I got
Upper medium is
I
solid.
got that candy corn. My shit built like a candy corn. Pull up a candy corn, Zach.
Why are we putting up again?
Good, bro. I'm gonna get you up on game,
so
baby.
it start big, go down small.
No.
It's the opposite.
That's exactly how it's shaped, just like that candy corn. Come on, get me a candy corn, man.
Yeah, click that one.
Just down.
Okay.
Like that, baby.
All right, yeah. All right. So
Like my shit shaped like the piece that lands back on Earth after the shuttle goes up. You know what I'm saying, bro?
does that work out good though? Like because some girls some girls enjoy different cocks, man. That's a whole thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least the good thing about one
So
bet.
that's a chode. That's a chode.
No, my shit, but mine is there's a second story to it. My shit ain't no.
Okay, I got a chode.
Dude, I heard you and that guy. They were talking about horse sex and the when I pulled up in the lobby, I was like, oh, okay, this is my kind of place today. Dude, I saw in New Orleans one time they had a lot of the cops in the French Quarter on horseback.
Yeah.
And two of the horses started fucking with with the cops on them, bro.
Were the cops getting mad?
One of them was.
Was the other one excited?
The one in the back, I think, was kind of fucking vibing with it a little, because at least he was in the winning position,
Right. You don't want to be the guy where the horse gets done fucking that horse and then he starts fucking you.
And we ate a bunch of shrooms out there and kind of commandeered this water table. There was a water table that had kind of been left unattended.
What is a water table?
Just a table with a bunch of cups of
table
water.
with waters on it. Okay.
So we got over there and people were running, they're going, and we started telling people that the water was for Asian people only, right? Bro, we are crying, laughing, because people are running. They can't stop. They're trying to make a time. So for some people, we'll be like, bro, it's Asians only. And it was like, why? And then Asian people were all excited, and we kept dousing them up. Dude, we were fucking... I would take pictures with, people, and I'd have my fucking nuts hanging out the whole time.
What?
Yeah, bro, we were
You
out.
took pictures of people with your nuts on? How old were you at the time?
I don't know, man. Probably 28. And people were like, hey, let's get a picture together. So we get it, and I just slip that bag out there, maybe that fucking gum holster. You know what I'm saying?
We had this one guy. He used to give us maybe $4 or something, and he'd be to look in his ass, bro. And he'd walk about like 20 feet off and hold his ass open. As long as we looked, we got the money. So just shit like that, just bored people.
Partner? Did he have who made sure you looked? How could he? Who make
made sure you got paid? That's what I want to know.
He gave the money first.
Okay, gotcha. Because
Yeah.
that would be a shitty deal.
At a certain point, you were kind of grandfathered in. If he knew you were going to look, you kind of got the money up front.
Your grandfather did.
We had this brother at our school, bro, when we were in, I don't know what it was, 5th grade. This dude, Mr. Larry, right? He ended up being a janitor. He would come and pee over you into the fucking urinal and hit that bitch every time, bro.
How?
Huh?
Was he hung or just like good aim?
He was hung, and he just had that hang time on him. He had that fucking... He just hit them 3-pointers, dog.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for that guy.
Because you didn't know you'd be peeing, and then all of a sudden you'd see that play. It almost seemed like the Lord came and was help. He was like, "This is how it's done," you know. And he fucking splat. He'd be right on your back. He'd go right up your back and come right down. He was like the damn. Who was that guy who scaled that mountain or whatever? You know what I'm talking about? Solo.
100%.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you this. So, somebody got a CB radio by us, you know. So this one lady that used to do substitute teaching, right? Her son had like his mouth was always real slippery. He had like a kind of a salivary deal.
Disorder.
I wouldn't say disorder. Okay. But he had like
It's a deal.
he was missing a gasket on one of the edges. I would say that.
Just leaking.
Yeah, he definitely, yeah. Like you wouldn't fucking, if he leaned his head to one side, dude, you're gonna have to dry him up, you know? So this fella one time named Michael was his name. And he, so anyway, his mom would hook up with his boy Clint, like Clip, but with an N in it. Was how he said his name. When people would be like Clint, like Clip, but with an N in it. You're like, that's a way to do it. Anyway, so his mom would make us stay out in his car when she would come over and they would hook up in the house. So he had a CB radio, right? So he was 16. He's in there hooking up with the teacher. We'd be on the CB on the ham radio, just kirk, 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 pigeon to fucking hospital or whatever, you know, and so some dude comes off the interstate, right, one day in a semi truck into our neighborhood. This guy ended up being a pedophile. We didn't know. Me and fucking Lip Michael, we're in his truck. He's fucking making us eat Tootsie Rolls inside of his truck, right? The guy who's inside with Michael's mom comes out, sees what's going on, and beats the shit out of the dude, man.
Oh my God. Wait, the dude is feeding you candy?
Tootsie Rolls.
Doing how much Tootsie Rolls we could fit in our mouths. And we didn't know.
Was it like a test?
You ate the candy.
I didn't. I mean, I had probably 4 in my mouth. I had a small mouth.
Oh, no. How many was in his mouth?
He didn't eat it like that.
When I have a small mouth, but I have always had a small throat, so I'm afraid to have a lot in my mouth at once.
Dude, I remember when I was young, the first fella I even ever masturbated to was a buddy who had big tits like that.
You smelled the cologne I had on when I came in there?
I don't know. You guys smelled good.
Yeah. I feel like you're so full of shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. You guys smelled good, man.
For real?
Yeah,
What do we
dude.
smell like when we walk in?
Honestly, I usually think it's like a lot of deodorant.
Wow.
Bro,
Yeah, no, black people do wear a lot of deodorant.
love
though.
deodorant,
Yeah,
bro. You'll see somebody start at the wrist.
Yeah, we hammer
You'll see a
deodorant.
motherfucker start at the wrist, bro, and put that shit on. Somebody put that shit on so slow, like, damn.
Yo. What is the
I knew I
problem?
was underwater.
My ad block's not working. It's pissing me off.
Theo Vaughn,
There we
ladies
go.
and gentlemen. Theo
Refresh.
Vaughn,
It'll work.
the great and original. God damn. He wasn't even a monk.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was.
No, he wasn't.
Probably not.
I don't know what he was. His dad did HVAC. But I do know this, man, that so the thing that happened was this. What were you guys talking about? The story was?
The story was death. So you told 2 death stories.
Oh, yeah, I got one more.
Oh, okay.
So this man, was it about freezing? What were we talking about? Oh, here's what happened. So they had a football player that played for LSU University. This was university. And they had a man, and I'm not going to say a black man, but darker than, as dark as you could get on Earth.
Yeah.
And he was in a mobilized, they kept doing fundraiser at the football games to raise money for this man, right? And fucking pay attention, you creep.
I've never heard that in my life. That was fucking hilarious.
As dark
I
as
don't
you
want
can
to be
get on,
offensive,
as
man.
dark as you can get on Earth.
As far
I'm
as
not
we
gonna
know,
say he's black. But he's
a dark man, as dark as you can get on Earth.
as far as
The
we
point
know,
is, he's not. He's just saying that the man he was darker than most.
we don't know how dark it can get elsewhere.
That's right.
Is that true?
I would imagine too. Yeah, I would
Thank you.
imagine that there's degrees of everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was deep space.
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
don't
I've
know
never
what
seen
the
it,
fuck.
but it could happen. You know? But I'll say this though. But so what happened was, so they're raising money all year. This was an injured athlete.
Yeah.
They're raising money all year. They finally get him a dog. He got paraplegia. They finally get him a dog and a motorized wheelchair. Right. They're he needed a system that he could breathe and everything. He was not well.
And he was a former player. Is that-
Former player.
Okay.
He needed a system, the oxygen,
He'd
and
broken
everything.
his neck or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get him that. They get him a dog to keep him companion, right?
Yeah.
They hook him up. The dog pulls the cord out of the wall and he dies.
Damn it.
What the fuck?
Damn it.
They've been fundraising all year to
And
get
the
this
dog-
man this stuff.
And the dog was not trained well enough.
And the
Decided to chew on
dog-
the goddamn hose.
Yeah, or the dog worked for the insurance company. I don't know what the hell was going on. But
Something happened.
there was all kind of, just.
Are you suggesting that the insurance company was like, this is going to cost a lot of money? Let's throw in the wrong dog. You know what I mean?
Would you put it past an insurance company?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
And
No,
I want to
fuck no.
appreciate you thinking that. You'd be a good detective because you'd come in and go, now
What's
what
really
kind of
happening?
chew toys has this dog been weaned on?
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, real thin rope, huh?
You've come up with. Yeah. You've come up with.
Bobby Lee. Okay. Right? We got the ugliest version of what might be.
He's a virgin?
No, virgin. Well, you could
Yeah,
be.
probably.
I could be. I really, honestly.
Do you have any like hobbies you like to do outside, like something else where you're not thinking about?
Yeah, I like doing
yourself?
jujitsu, and I like doing what else do I like doing? Playing Wordle, playing Scrabble on my phone.
How do you feel when you're doing those things? You probably feel no anxiety when you're doing those things.
Pretty chill, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I
it
like
is.
talking to my brother.
Those are all chill fucking.
Having dessert.
Having dessert is a great moment.
Good, huh?
That's a real good moment. Yeah.
Fuck.
That brings a lot of good feelings.
I had a couple last night. Boy, had too many.
Dog or something.
Nope, I didn't get anything like that. I saw a badger though out back of this Airbnb. Yeah. I saw a badger out back of the Airbnb yesterday, and I didn't think it was a badger, and so I recorded some of its sounds on my phone that it was making, and then
What were the sounds?
oh, I can't do them. It's like
It's like when a guy steps out behind a curtain in a castle.
yeah. It's like a. Oh fuck! I was honestly close, bro.
That's a sound. Would you rather be blind or dickless, dude? These days, probably dickless, I think. I had a blind kid in my neighborhood when I was growing up, and actually, this dude was deaf, actually, and they beat him up for doing bad magic, because he was always doing all of this and shit, and people thought he was doing magic with no tricks, and they fucking beat him. So.
Yo, what up, Cats gang?
Wow.
I got a king of the stinger for
Had his
you.
thumb on the mic.
Coming from lower, slower Delaware, the LSD. All right, here it is. So,
What the fuck?
dead animals on the wall,
Okay.
hanging up. Each one got a story,
Uh-huh.
We got my first.
Wow, great,
Where's it
great
at?
camera work.
First buck,
There's a wall.
and a bunch of other collectibles.
Hat on? Where'd you shoot it in the city, dude? That's unbelievable.
I think it was a bunch of other cool animals.
That deer had a ball cap on?
They're all deer.
How hard is that to hunt?
Yeah, but I think now I will say this: showing that you've been out there and got something good is
Chicks
good.
dig that.
A lot of chicks dig it.
No.
And then you go, you want some elk sausage?
Right.
That's his move.
You can, but
right.
you can.
And then you just write elk on your own dick and come back in the room. That's a fucking move, right
Boss
there.
move. You didn't think about that.
Yeah,
You're
you
right.
didn't even
I didn't
think about that, huh? You should have brought your brain.
Come on, bro. Three letters wouldn't fit on your dick.
That ain't your joke, it's his. That ain't fair. You tell a joke, he fucking celebrates.
I even went like this.
When I was a child, at the lunch table, we get some kids who were mentals, or a couple of them might have been mentals, and a couple kids that were well, and we get there and sit them to make them drink milk, and then tell jokes and do stuff until one of them just blew milk out of their face, And if you get some straight up just couple mentals, boy, some straight up sawed off humans, you get them to straight up blow leche out their dome, dude. That's America right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I knew I was like, I got some kind of a gift here. I almost blew the throat out of this one boy. Almost blew the throat out of this this one boy named Tot, T-O-T was his name. Kind of a bad name, too, to be mentally challenged. But also easy for him to spell. And, I'm not joking, that's what his father said. And easy for him to spell backward and forward. Same name, Tot. So, that's true, man.
Was this guy's his name is Todd?
Why are you so loud? So let me ask you a question, guys. Are you guys single men, or what's? And let's go one at a time here. Let's start with you, Zeffy. Are you single these days, or what's love looking like in your life? Have you started thinking about girls, or that kind of, or
No.
what happens at 9 years old?
I like thinking about food,
Okay, yeah, me too.
but like
What's your drug of choice?
Probably cocaine.
Yeah.
I would say.
What does it
probably.
feel like?
If I had to guess, I would say cocaine.
What's it like?
Let me think. I like cocaine because it makes me feel exactly how I want to immediately. Like having a beer, it's like, hey, I got to talk to Patrick or Ricky. You know what I'm saying? If I have cocaine, dude, I get to go home, fucking hold on to my fucking wiener and be scared. And
wait, what?
Yeah, that's what you do, dude. If you're doing a bunch of cocaine at your house, you hold on to your fucking wiener and you be scared. And then you hope that you'll live, but you don't know if you will.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
In what?
It wasn't like, oh, it used to be like, oh man, let me crack out a little bit of this pornography.
Right.
But now it got to the point where it was like, oh, dude, let me just do this and then do whatever, go on about the rest of my day. It became a weird thing, you know? Like it's a bad habit.
So you did it once a day, you think?
No, I was doing it maybe 5 times a week. And making my body
like it's
spray.
work, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I'd take off. Some of them take no Thursday and do a Sunday.
Right.
You know? I didn't have a plan.
Right. So it's like working at a restaurant.
Yeah, it's like a restaurant.
Yeah,
Take
restaurant
shift-
job.
Take shifts.
Yeah,
Take shifts.
picking up a lot of shifts, and also then sometimes some days not showing up for work.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. Because I too have, I think, a problem.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that, man. And I remember,
what do you mean?
Everybody knows it. For one,
Yeah,
I mean,
we
look what happened to your girl's eye.
Jealous because
Dude,
they were massaging me, man. What happened was the lady was massaging me. This fucking big lozenge of a woman was really coming down on my back, right? And then listen to what happened, bro. I never had this happen before. The man, she was pushing on my back. The man got behind her and was pushing on her.
Like
All
her
on my
fucking
back.
like a car stalled.
Yeah.
I need some more legs.
Like trying to like get her like a refrigerator through like a small
He's stressed.
doorway. Bro, it was insane, man, and I couldn't leave at that point.
Yeah, you got it.
You got it.
Just some dude showed up and just goes, "Let me help
It
you."
was her husband or some, somebody she knew.
Right. That's how'd you feel after the massage?
I felt pretty good, man. I felt, like part of a group, I guess. Honestly, I felt pretty good.
Now, Theo,
you know what I think? You know what I think it might be? You're gay. That's what gay guys do. She's coming, I just don't see her. You're gay. It's okay to be gay, though. But I think you're just closeted, dude. You're like, she's from another town.
Look, she wrote me Valentine's cards.
Look, Theo, that's your handwriting.
If I was gay, I would know, you idiots.
No, I didn't. The mind is crazy, bro. You have to admit.
The mind is crazy, but it's not gay.
Crazy.
The mind ain't gay, dude. If
Your
I was
mind maybe not gay.
It's not a big
Sometimes
deal.
you ever think maybe I'm gay? Maybe. I'm saying, sometimes do you ever stop and think, what if I am gay?
You've thought
Now,
about
let me
it. Look
tell
at
you
that
something.
face.
If you don't do that, then that's gay.
Yeah.
Because you gotta give it some thought to know you're not that.
Yeah,
So if you're
maybe.
like, no way,
Yeah.
secretly gay.
Yeah, if you're sitting in your truck, you just blast the heater, and you're like, I ain't gay.
Yeah, exactly. Who's that? That's the gayest.
That's the
You're
gayest,
well in the
dude.
closet under the
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah, bro. That's how this is how you know, guys.
That's how I know
I'm
you're
sure
gay.
a lot of men have wondered if they're gay or not, or had a moment where it's like, am I gay?
Yeah.
I'm stuck in an elevator, am I gay?
Yeah.
If you breastfed. By small breast, though.
Yeah.
And the trauma from that, you never shake.
Is it more polite to sip or chug out of a boob? Sip or chug? What's more polite?
Thanks for fetching that, Ronnie lad. I'd offer you a pasty, but we've not cooked yet.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the greatest games to make their debut across 2024. This includes original titles, remakes, and even DLC if they're substantial enough.
Lord Phases, 'tis not a foe to be faced by those hoping to see the morrow.
Number 10, Silent Hill 2.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
There was a lot of concern about Bloober Team's long-anticipated remake of this beloved horror icon, not only due to their checkered history of quality, but also the weight of taking a pinnacle of the genre and doing it justice. All fears were soon laid to rest when gamers got a gander at James Sunderland venturing into a visceral nightmare as he hunted for his thought-dead wife, all rendered in gorgeous detail. The performances, the psychological twists, Pyramid Head in all his foul glory, this reimagining nails every beat.
Hey. Any luck finding Laura?
Not yet. Number 9, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
なんて呼びゃいいんだ母ちゃんいやそれはな
Bringing together the leads from this beloved franchise's strongest installments was bound to happen eventually. We just didn't expect Kiryu and Ichiban's bromance to be arguably the greatest outing the series had ever seen. Taking the Yakuza out of the city and onto the sun-swept shores of Hawaii, the sheer volume of content Infinite Wealth offers is borderline unparalleled. Combat, story, side gigs, job classes, character writing, it's all so abundant it borders on the insane. Thankfully, it's handled with such earnestness that none of it feels like a chore, ensuring that your stay is a wholly entertaining one.
俺はただ茜さんの家を探してただけなんだ
Not really my favorite game, but...
Number 8, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Excuse you, Link, but kindly move over. The princess is here, and her debut title is utterly enchanting. Swapping out the Master Sword for a rod capable of copying and summoning whatever players wish, Echoes of Wisdom is a delightful puzzler that very much shares the building blocks of what's made past Zelda games such a joy to play, all the while carving out a unique identity for itself that we're hoping becomes a main. Number 7, Tekken 8. The fighting game genre has been eating good recently, and the return of the King of Iron Fist tournament might just be the sweet. Number 6, Balatro. There's no shortage of spectacular talent in
more gambling.
Wukong.
Quick on your heels, huh? Well then, boy, let us teach this brazen adulterer a lesson.
Adapting the monsters and mythological beings from Chinese folklore into a combat-heavy RPG would be a tall order for most developers to tackle, but what game science have accomplished with this outing cannot be understated in its brilliance. Something of a pseudo-sequel to the legendary tale that is Journey to the West, players take on the mantle of the Destined One as they trace Wukong's steps, encountering all manner of godly entities along the way, all in need of a simian.
Could help, but never been motion sick.
Final Fantasy
Sorry,
I've never been into.
What people liked about Remake exploded into sheer adoration for Rebirth. Taking Cloud and company out of Midgar and into a wider world, both the
Elden Ring. This was the DLC for Elden Ring.
It's the DLC that puts most other AAA games to shame. Heading from the Lands Between to the Realm of Shadow and taking control of our Tarnished was a delight in itself, but then we were presented with a vast world stuffed with detail and challenge around every darkened corner, weapons and art. A cute little robot jumping around.
Why are people into those kind of games? I don't know, man. Sorry. Top 10. Because I want to play with the homies.
This web app can visualize your weirdest ideas. It's called Chatbot App. So I'm typing homeless Mario. Oh, it's crazy. Now, I'm gonna try Mario as a gangster. So funny.
Mario as a gangster.
So addicting.
I just see Mario as a gangster fight this weekend.
Ideas. Now, you should try Chatbot App with your own ideas.
Oh, buddy.
I saw you so angry
That why I have gift on you.
Hey, are you looking for something to play with somebody else this year? Well, we got you covered with these new and upcoming cooperative games, or co-op games, for 2024. We got 15 or so games to talk about, so let's get started off with number 15. Little Nightmares 3 is upcoming. As of right now, it doesn't have a release date technically, but it looks pretty far along, and it is fully cooperative. You could either play solo with an AI companion, or 2 people going along across this creepy, gross world. If you've played the other Little Nightmares games, you know what to expect, judging from the trailers. So for number 14, we have Outward 2. This is the follow-up to Outworld, a surprise hit, a kind of cult-following RPG. It's essentially like a big explorable world RPG with some survival elements, but also brutal difficulty. There's a lot of emphasis on realism with the previous game, and we expect that here, and it was cooperative, and it is once again going to be a cooperative thing. I actually think the original Outward was so successful because you could play it with other people and kind of uncover the mystery of this game, like figure out. Next, over at number 13, we have Arc Raiders. This one was announced quite a while ago. They've been cooking on it for some time, and it is going to be a technically free-to-play third-person PvPvE extraction shooter set on a, you're not going to believe this, kind of post-apocalyptic Earth ravaged by robot aliens. So this game is definitely doing a lot, as you can tell from the description, but the thing that stood out from us from the very beginning is the style here, just the visual style. Well, first, that it's a third-person shooter. We love them. There's not enough third-person shooters out there, in our opinion, but really just the style, the look of the armor, the kind of Space Manny-esque vibe to the whole thing just makes it stand out, because there are a lot of free-to-play cooperative shooter looter type things, to be totally honest. But Arc Raiders has kind of always looked a little different from the beginning. We know it's probably going to release, or at least go to early access this year. They have been working on it for a long time. People have gotten their hands on it in like alphas and betas and stuff like that, and it does seem like it's shaping up to be pretty cool. Next, over at number 12, we have Macabre. Here's something a little different. This is actually a stealth extraction horror game. This is a smaller project from a smaller studio called WeForge Studio. We don't know too much about them, but just the visuals and some of the concepts alone for this game does sound like it's worth mentioning. It's kind of like you and a bunch of people stuck in infinite timelines, and it's you navigating and kind of looting and gearing up to get through this existential threat. It's in like a harsh winter, in seemingly endless, spooky, creepy woods, and as you explore, you get more scientific equipment at your disposal. As of right now, a lot of it still seems conceptual, but the idea of sneaking around in the woods with your friends while dealing with like existential time rift threats just sounds really cool, to be fully honest. So hopefully we see more from Macabre soon. Oh boy, next over at number 11, we have Terminator Survivors. Yes, the Terminator franchise is still going strong, and this time around, they're making a survival game out of it. Terminator Survivors is a game you can play solo or cooperatively with friends, and it's set right after Judgment Day, so it's a pretty cool concept. The world is absolutely ravaged, humans are few, and you have to essentially rebuild, gear up, and start fighting back against the machines. So what better way to do that from a gameplay standpoint than a survival game? The only way you can beat a T-100 is to punch a bunch of trees and then craft some. I'm kidding. All jokes aside with how survival games tend to be, I think the Terminator franchise is a good way to do it. Obviously, other sci-fi franchises right now, like Dune, are also doing similar things with Dune Awakening. This one was kind of announced out of nowhere. We'll just have to wait and see where it goes. It's releasing October 24th, 2024. Next, over at number 10, we have John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Not only does this have John Carpenter's name attached to it, you know, the horror mastermind, there's a lot that comes with that that could be potentially cool, but without his name, the game just looks like a cool concept. It's you and your friends riding around on a big truck blasting zombies and monsters. Kind of like a Left 4 Dead, but centered around a vehicle. If that doesn't sound like a good idea, I don't know what is. You're going to be able to upgrade skills and abilities with all these different characters, and the game is going to be focused around gore, grossness, over-the-top action.
Helldivers 2 was number 1.
Now, down at number 1, we have Helldivers 2. If we're talking about doing fun, silly stuff with your friends, Helldivers 2, as of right now...
Okay, I'm going to pause this. Helldivers 2 was a really fun game, and I have no idea why I stopped playing it. I don't know. Matt and I were really deep into that, and it was a lot of fun. And I could see how it got number 1. Super fun game though. Got too repetitive. Yeah, that's true. That's my worry about most of these games is they all kind of look like they follow the same formula. Like they all kind of follow that Helldivers, the Division. Like it's all the same shit, just whether you're doing it with Terminator or whoever. What are the campaigns? I like co-op campaigns.
I never wanted to be Iron Man, but it worked out for everybody.
Marvel Rivals, we might play this like really soon, in a half hour, so we'll see.
I am the god of thunder.
I know it's
and the
huge right now.
mightiest
I haven't
avenger.
played it yet, but
Open your eyes. Reality is but an illusion.
I'm not even a
My
superhero
oldest
person,
shot.
but it looks kind of fun.
My mind is sharper.
Venom's apparently super OP, but
Game developers face a lot of variables from the player, but what about when with number 20, it's Dead Island 2. Nobody expected much from this game. It was stuck in development hell for years. I mean, this thing got passed from one studio to the next. Usually that's a sign of trouble, but this game turned out pretty damn good. Sure, the RPG elements are basically gone. It's linear and short compared to the Dying Light games, but honestly, it makes it a really good game for co-op. It's a little more compact. On number 19 is Remnant 2. The Remnant game's kind of weird. They're third-person shooter, cooperative Souls-likes with Diablo-style randomized. At number 18 is Strange Brigade. Think Left 4 Dead, but with mummies. That's pretty much what this is. Put an Indiana Jones skin on just about anything, and I'm there for it. But hey, this one's actually pretty decent, so that's kind of just the icing on the cake. In this game, you team up with up to 4 players to raid tombs and fight mythological monsters, and it's a good time pretty much all
keep trying
around.
to
The
tell me
levels are
about
more
that one,
open.
man.
There's a lot of branching paths that can lead you to treasure, and there's puzzles to solve and progress.
I
They're
can
usually
see
pretty
that code.
basic, and they get a little repetitive after running the same level over and over again, but they break up the action at least. It's Far Cry 5 and 6. Previous Far Cries dabbled in co-op.
Matt
but
and
the two
I-
newest
I think
entries
are
just
gonna do
let
Far
people play
Cry
through the
6,
games. Co-op,
but
no strings attached. Either
I'm not
player's
sure if
free
you
to wander
downloaded it
around
or
or team
not.
up however they want. As long as you're in the open world. Only
I don't even
host
know if I
progression is
downloaded
saved,
it.
so your friend is just sort of along for the ride, which is annoying, but not so bad, honestly. Far Cry has the benefit of including Far Cry Arcade, a community mode where you can play custom levels, and they can be played in co-op as well. These levels are a little rudimentary, in terms of mission design, but some players manage to get pretty damn creative, even though it's mostly just fighting random
I
enemies
played
in a
Far
custom environment.
Cry 3 and 4. First you're here. Maybe. I have a bad memory, but I thought we went through the Xbox, or I was going through the Xbox app the other day, and I had mentioned Far Cry 6 as like an open world co-op game where we could explore and do missions and whatnot together. But it's a lot of fun. Far Cry is awesome.
Far Cry 6 has some major benefits over the previous game. There's no mandatory progression-based systems that interrupt the fun, but it is more sprawling and a little bit more of an empty world. It does make for longer stretches where it feels like you're not really doing a lot. There's more issues with the game, but when you're playing co-op, my problem, it felt just like a lot of running around without accomplishing a lot. Still, this is Far Cry we're talking about. The potential for mayhem is always there. The games are pretty fun alone, but with a friend, they're a lot better. At number 16 is Divinity Original Sin 2. When you get right to it, Dungeons & Dragons were basically the first co-op RPG. When Larian was working with the first Divinity Original Sin. Number 15, it's A Way Out. First, there was Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, a single-player game that played like a multiplayer game. For Hazelight's second game, they made a co-op multiplayer and then played like a single-player game. A Way Out is sort of like if you took a story-driven, set-piece heavy game and made it entirely cooperative. So if you're looking for...
What do you mean? What do I mean about the Far Cry map? I mean, Far Cry is so there's bases everywhere of enemies, and you can literally do anything. You can jump off, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can fly planes, and it has fast travel. So if you're going across the map and it doesn't feel like you're doing very much, then there's ways to skip past that. At least there was. And I don't know, just when I played Far Cry, dude, there's little enemy villages everywhere. Literally, it felt like you would move 2 feet to your left and take out a village, go 100 feet down the road, and all of a sudden there's another village. It's like smoke shops and on the reserve. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same thing.
For a game where you just immediately jump into action.
Matt and I played a way out,
that's
guys.
not
If you
it.
guys want to see
There's a lot of story
our
and a lot of
playthrough,
cutscenes to get through with downtime, and you're mostly doing
went
mundane
through
things,
this.
honestly.
Look,
if you're willing
there's
to
the
roll
gay
with
son.
that, it is a fun time. The entire prison break segment is beyond satisfying. And later action set pieces in the second half are also fantastic. They're all brilliantly constructed to make both players feel like active participants in the adventure. It's a game you probably are going to only play one time, though, and it's not that long.
The
but if you're
playthrough,
willing
we
to
can
go
play
along with the
through it
story
again.
that it's telling, then A Way
We
Out
already
has
know both
a lot of
endings.
really
If you
good
guys
stuff
missed
about
them,
it.
you
Even
guys
the
can go
quote-unquote
back. They're
boring
on
parts
Matt's,
have their
channel.
highlights. Like you can
So
play
search this and
tic-tac-toe just
X A Way
because.
Out. We played this, and it's called Connect 4, you fucking dumbass. But Matt and I played Connect 4 on there.
There's a real attention to detail with lots of the interactables here that make the experience just better. And number 14 is Portal 2. The game can actually get pretty tricky with just one person, but when you've got two, that's when things get pretty interesting. The number 13 is Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light. The 2010 Tomb Raider spin-off game isn't strictly co-op. You can play it by yourself, but it's one of those games that's definitely better played with a friend. This arcade-inspired. And number 12 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the 2009 one, the Spec Ops missions. Remember when Call of Duties had fun bonus modes that weren't jacked up with tedious progression systems, microtransactions? Isn't it fun that I say those things enough with, like, any game that it doesn't feel weird to say fast as a sentence? It just rolls off the tongue. Progression systems and microtransactions. Don't even have to think. It's just there. Yeah. Anyway, one mode I remember having a ton of fun with was Spec Ops from Modern Warfare 2. It's not exactly a campaign, more of a selection of disconnected challenges, but man, it was so much fun. It was split between 5 tiers of increasing difficulty. You basically had bite-sized missions for players to play through. Some could be played single player, but all of them were meant to be played co-op because some of the things were really difficult with one player, especially when you start getting into the later tiers and they're throwing juggernauts at you. Because that's when the difficulty just gets 11 is Streets of Rage 4. There's really nothing better than a good beat 'em up. They're relatively simple games. You walk forward, you punch. And number 10 is Lego City Undercover. You could put just about any Lego game on this list, right? You've played a Lego game before. Starting back with Lego Star Wars in 2005. For a good decade and change, these games were consistently. Like 9 is Half-Life Decay. The often forgot about add-on exclusive for the PlayStation 2 version of Half-Life is a full-blown co-op campaign. It's not just some new maps. It doesn't just add a new player to the regular game. It's an expansion right up there with opposing force. In it, you play as 2 scientists trying to stabilize the situation in Black Mesa. It's Half-Life, but with 2 players and experiences first and foremost. They can be played solo, and they're perfectly playable that way. They're fun even, but there's a lot more about these games that's built around co-op. The branch paths, for instance, that force players to split up the vehicle. Number 7 is Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Co-op was introduced in the 3rd of these Splinter Cell games, and it remained in pretty much every game that followed. It's easy to think of these as single-player games, and exclusively so, due to this self-focused gameplay, but there's a lot of effort put into multiplayer, not just PvP. The co-op campaign is quite good. In Chaos Theory, the mode is completely an original story, and a set of missions that happen in parallel with the main story of the game. You play as Agent 1 and Agent 2, these faceless third echelon operatives. Along with the usual moves and abilities, there's a few unique co-op moves you need in order to team up. 6 is Lost Planet 2. The original Lost Planet was a sort of weird hybrid between Monster Hunter and easy back in 2004, let alone now. In order to play the game, number 4 is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. This LucasArts developed Monster Mash is simple but very entertaining. You play as 2 kids on a mission to save all your neighbors, and that's it. That's all you do. You just run around and touch a neighbor, and they're saved.
I played this. This is like one of the first games I ever played in my life.
Save them all in a level, and the door opens
But
up.
I
the next
played it
one.
on
Kind of
like
just a collect
my
neighbors
grandmother's
thing
computer
with a zombie theme. Sounds simple, right? But things in combat complicated
man,
when you
so
realize that neighbors can
nostalgic.
die permanently, and if there aren't any left, then you fail the game, no matter how many lives you have left. So to beat each level, you have to rush around blasting zombies, werewolves, vampires, killer dolls, and even crazier stuff as the game goes on. It is a relentless, fast-paced experience, and it's very difficult, but it's also just tons of fun. I think I only ever managed to get halfway through the game's 48 maps. I usually stalled out around the giant spider, but the game was just such a
So
creative and fun
nostalgic.
game that it didn't matter that much. I'd just start over. So yeah. And number 3 is It Takes Two, Hazel Light's follow-up to A Way Out. Takes everything they learned from making that game to make what many see as the ultimate co-op experience. It's much more of a game than A Way Out. You're constantly running around, exploring environments, jumping around, fighting enemies, but the gameplay changes wildly between each segment. Sometimes it's a third-person shooter, sometimes it's a top-down RPG, sometimes you're piloting a vehicle or any number of other things.
No. Huh? I'm still trying, buddy. Just give me a couple minutes.
Wow. Hey,
I think Matt suggested this game, and I
The
turned
game's
it down.
constantly mixing things up,
But
is what I'm saying. Gives you new
I,
challenges that complement both
seeing
players, and
this footage,
gives everybody
I'd be
something to
into
do.
it.
Sometimes one player becomes the focus more than another, but then the game will switch things up, and player 2 will be the one in charge. It's a tightly designed game that's pretty long,
game is
so you
about a
definitely get your
disc
money's worth here. The story can be a little divisive, even for a game without that much of a story. What is there is grating for people, and I get it. It's sort of weird and off-putting sometimes.
Oh shit.
I think she's tricking us. Pull me!
What the fuck? Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't a trick.
What? Everything is fuzzy. Wouldn't it be more fun to play jump rope instead? We're really sorry for this. You don't have to do this. I love Rose.
Don't tell us
But the game itself is so much fun that I don't care. Some people can't, and I get it. That's fine. But for me, it's just not a major issue. The gameplay's just really good. And number 2 is Left 4 Dead 2. Now, co-op doesn't get a lot simpler or more entertaining than this. You got 4 players. You got to get them from one safe house to another. In your way is a horde of running zombies with an occasional variant thrown in. Now get to the end without dying. Boom. That's Left 4 Dead. The first game was great, but the sequel, which introduced Louisiana as a setting and added some quality of life changes like melee weapons, is one of the greatest of all time. The changes sound relatively minor,
You
but
said that part's so
overall,
evil?
Left 4
Yeah,
Dead
dude,
2
what
was a
the
much
fuck?
better game that eventually included everything from the first game anyway. It's hard to explain exactly what makes Left 4 Dead
yeah,
so
it's
good,
cool.
and why games like Back 4 Blood, which is on paper a better game, but it just doesn't match what Left 4 Dead did. You could probably chalk it up to nostalgia, but I think maybe it was the extremely active community. I mean, way bigger than Back 4
This
Blood's
tablet
community
was
back in
dead,
its
not
heyday.
broken.
But whatever, there's just something special going on with Valve at that time. Finally, at number 1, it's Halo, the Master Chief Collection. I was going to put Halo Combat Evolved on here. But then I was like, well, maybe the best co-op campaign is Halo 3.
Far Cry 6 made the list again.
No one seems to know this, but Amazon actually has.
Hola, guerrilla. Time for a test drive of that Supremo.
actually showed up.
Myself being a part of this community for a long while.
That's just what I gave you. 2.
Given the chance, he will rob you what little you have in the name of equality.
Third target there. Target eliminated. Tango down.
While we appreciate your violent leanings, we are less satisfied with your inability to avoid unnecessary death. Is this a sapient shortcoming?
Alright guys, that was a fun stream, but I'm gonna go. Peace out.